because I don't see her on my page here. There you go. Oh, see? She did show up. Is that me now or is okay. Hi you guys, how are you tonight? I am Amanda Manigault. Y'all know who I am. I am filling in for Miss Uniquia tonight on Thursday night Chitter Chatter. Thursday night Chitter Chatter, absolutely. So guess what, ladies? I'm just gonna give you a little brief on Chitter Chatter and what Chitter Chatter is all about. Chitter Chatter is a form of blackgirlbeauty.org, which is our foundation that we have, which is a nonprofit 501c3 charity organization for colored women and girls. So basically we mentor, we inspire, we motivate, we educate, we help with entrepreneurship or just helping a woman become a better woman, helping little kids be in better situations in their families. So that's all we do here with Black Girl Beauty Foundation. And so tonight I am filling in for Miss Uniquia. I am her guest host tonight. And of course, for those of you who know me, we don't talk mom on the show, but I am her mother. And so tonight I'm filling in for her. I have my own show on Monday nights, and I have been MIA in the show for a few weeks purposely, intentionally, because I'm putting together a whole brand new show, which will start not this week because it's Memorial Day Monday, but the following week. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Tonight, I'm here for Chitter Chatter. And what is Chitter Chatter all about? Chitter Chatter, we talk about topics that affect African American women and our families that we tend to ignore, that we just things that we just don't normally talk about, that we want to bring to the forefront. So tonight my topic is, are you ready? Are you ready? That's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Are you ready can touch on a whole lot of different things. Are you ready for marriage? Are you ready for a relationship? Are you ready for that job, that dream job that you've always wanted? Are you ready for that new house that you always wanted? Are you ready for the car? Are you ready to fulfill the dreams that you've been waiting on forever and ever and ever? So we're going to touch on these topics tonight. Are you ready? You know, and before I get into it, I want to say hello to all my guests. I see one of my favorite girls is on here, Kiwanis Young. Hello, Kiwanis. How are you tonight? It's good to see you again. You are always faithful, and we thank you for that. We appreciate you. Are you ready, Kiwanis? Are you ready for what we're talking about tonight? Are you ready for your new goals and your new dreams? Are you ready to live that new life that you've always wanted? The time is now, y'all, and we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. So before we do that, I want to give you a few ways that you can reach Black Girl Beauty Foundation and a few ways that you can reach Uniquia. Again, I'm Amanda Manigault. I am her guest host tonight. So I'm filling in for Uniquia tonight, and we're talking about, are you ready? Oh God, there she is. I thought she was on vacation or something, but she's in here, so I guess she's kind of evaluating me, as you would say. And I'm sweating a little bit for some reason. I guess she's evaluating me, y'all. So, you know, Uniquia, I'll bring you in a little later. Anyway, I wanted to just give you a few ways, tell you a few things about Uniquia. Uniquia is a model. She's a professional actress. She's a professional poet, and she's going to give us a little poetry tonight around 8:30. And she teaches young people. She's a professional actress. She teaches young people how to write, start their own, become authors, and how to model. And we have some fashion shows coming up this year before the year is out that we'll be doing at our holiday tour events. And so these are the things that she do. And one of the ways you could reach her and sign your kids up is go to www.imuniquia.com blackgirlbeauty.com. You can also reach her through Chitter on blackgirlbeauty.org. If you want to join that group, please join that group. We are looking for women who want to pour into other women, and women who want to be involved, and women who want to learn and grow and be inspired and inspire others. So it's not just about us giving, it's about women coming together and us helping and supporting each other. So those are a couple ways that you can reach Uniquia. You can reach her on Twitter at Coco Plum. You can reach her on Facebook at Uniquia Manigault, on IG at I Am Uniquia, and on YouTube as Uniquia Manigault. So my topic again, as I said, for those who are just tuning in tonight, I am Amanda Manigault. We're here on Chitter Chatter tonight, and I am your guest host talking about, are you ready? You know, oftentimes, thank you. Oftentimes, can you bring it a little bit closer? Oftentimes, we ask God for things. Y'all know we do. We ask Him for things. We pray for things. We hope for things. We stand and believe for things. And we do all of this with intentions of hoping that one day our dreams will come true, or one day these things that we hope for, these things that we want, will come to pass. But the question that I stand tonight and that I sit tonight and ask you, are you really ready for these opportunities, these situations, these goals, and these dreams? Are you really ready to receive them? So when I say that, what I mean is, if this opportunity was standing you face to face, are you in a position where you would even recognize it? Would you even see? Are you at that point in your life where things are so clear to you, where you know exactly where you want to go, you know exactly what you want to do, to the point when that opportunity comes to you that you're ready to receive it? If somebody said, hey, you know, hey Kiwanis, you know, I have a situation right here, and I got $1 million, and they may not even tell you that they have $1 million, Kiwanis. They may just present an opportunity for you, and you don't know this person, so you may say, I'm not interested, or you might look at the person and judge them by what they have on, or judge them by the car that they're driving, or the way that they look, and you may not even realize that this is the person that's going to change your life. This is the person that's going to present you the opportunity that you've been waiting on so long. But because they don't look like you thought they would look, because they don't say the right words, or they didn't present it the way you want it, you might want to go to Hollywood, and they might have told you got to go to Vegas, or you might have to go to New York. So because it didn't come exactly the way you wanted it to come, or you were expecting it to come, you missed out on the opportunity. So we're going to dig a little deep into that tonight. We're going to talk about that. I remember a story, well, y'all know the Bible story when the women, you know, you had some women that were ready and some women that weren't. And, you know, some of the women left to go get ready. And when they left to go get ready, guess what? The opportunity came when they went to go get ready. We don't always have time to get ready, y'all. We have to be ready. We have to stay ready. And that's what I'm going to touch on tonight. Are you ready? Are you really ready for that opportunity? Are you ready for success? Are you ready for that job? Are you ready to open up that business? Are you really ready, or are you looking at what other people are doing and you're inspired by it, and because you're inspired by it, you're ready to do it? Are you ready to do it because it's your time? Or are you just ready to do it because you see someone else doing it and that inspires you? So we're going to touch on that a little bit tonight. The secret of success, the secret to success is you must be ready when the opportunity presents itself. You must be ready when the opportunity presents itself. The opportunity don't always present itself when we want it to. It don't always come the way we want it to. It don't come in the form or fashion the way we want it to. And sometimes, you know, you're waiting so long You're ready to give up. You're like, oh my God, I don't even think this will ever happen. Or people might come to you and say something to you that might discourage you a little bit, make you think that it's not going to happen. Girl, you still waiting on that? Or you ain't married yet, girl? Or girl, you was talking about that house you've been talking about that house for 5 years and you ain't got it yet. People will throw shade on you and really make you think twice. Make you think that it may not happen. But tonight we're going to talk about, are you ready for it? Because when you're ready for it, let me tell you, there's nothing that nobody can say. There's nothing that nobody can do. There's nothing that nobody can say to you that's going to deter you away from that thing that you've been waiting on, that you've been hoping for, that you've been praying for many years. Nobody can change that. Nobody. And tonight we're going to dig a little deep. So, what is success to you? What does success mean to you? What type of success are you looking for? Put some comments. Take a moment to like and share. And tell a neighbor, tell a friend that Amanda Manigault is on Chitter Chatter tonight. I am a guest speaker tonight filling in for Uniquia Manigault, who is the host and owner of Chitter Chatter, as she likes to tell me that this is her show. So tonight I am representing her, and because I'm representing her, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a little sip on that, okay? I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm drinking like she always does, but what I am going to tell you is that I hope you have your favorite drink tonight, and I hope that you are ready for this show tonight. I hope that you are comfortable and relaxed. I hope that you've shared and you've posted, and you've told somebody that Chitter Chatter is on tonight. We're on every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. We talk about things that matter. When black girls get together, we chitter chatter about any and everything that matters. We talk about it all. We talk about the sun. We talk about the rain. We cry a little bit. We get a little happy. We get a little excited. But on Chitter Chatter, because I'm on Uniquia show tonight, I'm going to run this show the way she runs her show. Is that Bobby? Hey, Bobby, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you a little bit because I haven't seen you. I'm used to you popping in and out, and I haven't seen you in a long time. So it's good to see you tonight, Bobby. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, we talk about any and everything. And tonight, I want to know, are you ready? Are you ready for her? Are you ready for him? Are you really ready for the house? And if you are, what have you done to prepare for it? So my first question that I want to ask, and then I'm going to go into it a little bit, and I've already asked it already. Are you ready for what you've been asking for? I want all of us to take just a second to really let that marinate a little bit. Think about it, because we want so much in life. We do. But what have you done to really prepare for the things that you really want? We're in a pandemic. We're still in a pandemic, y'all. We're still in a pandemic. Some of us think we're not, but we are still in a pandemic. So with the pandemic, I see some people getting caught up, or had got caught up, when we were going through the storm, because it was, even though it's still here, it seems to have died down a little bit. I don't know. It's still here, so couldn't have died down much. But I say that to say we get so caught up in what's happening. We get so caught up in the news. We get so caught up on social media. We get so caught up in what this person is telling you, what that person is telling you, and the phone is ringing, and I got emails to check, and I got this. We get so caught up sometimes until we really forget about the preparation that it takes to achieve that goal. If the goal is a house, have you written your plan? Have you written down everything that you need to do from the beginning to the end to achieve that goal? If it's a business, Have you written down your business plan? Do you know how much money you need? Do you know how much it's going to cost for working capital? Do you know how much working capital you need? Have you found your building? Have you evaluated your competitors? Have you checked the background of the people that you need to work with? Have you developed your team? Have you identified your staff? What have you done to prepare during the storm? You know, they say when a storm comes, millionaires are birthed. Millionaires are born. So are you ready for your opportunity? That's what I'm talking about tonight, y'all. Have you prepared for the opportunity? Because the opportunity is there. The opportunity is here right now, y'all. Right now in front of you. In the midst of the storm. The opportunity is waiting for you. Have you prepared? Or are you getting so caught up in everything that's around us till you haven't even recognized your opportunity? Because I'm going to say this again. I'm going to ask you this question. If the opportunity was standing right in front of you, literally right in front of you, would you recognize it? Would you recognize him? Or would you judge him based on how he looked? Would you judge him based on the car he's driving? Would you judge him by the fact that he may be going through a hardship right now? Would you do that, ladies? Or would you be able to see beyond that and recognize that something was sent your way for a reason? Would you recognize that job because you wanted to do paralegal work, but they told you you had to come in as a clerk? Would you be able to recognize that, hey, this is a good opportunity for me, but it didn't come the way I wanted it. I want to be a paralegal, but I like this office. This may be a good place for me to start. But because I didn't get that paralegal job and they offered me the clerk position, did I miss that opportunity? Did I miss the opportunity because it didn't come the way I wanted it to come? Thank you, Bobby. And that happens, y'all. And that's what we're touching on tonight. Because as colored women, I'm speaking to colored women and girls now. Really, I'm speaking to these colored women. We are so often looking at the outside until we begin to miss the whole message or miss the opportunity that was sent to us because we're looking at and we're expecting it to come a certain way. Opportunities don't always come the way we expect them to come. I'm not talking about the beauty business right now. I'm talking about any business. I'm talking about any opportunity. I'm talking about your personal life because this is Black Girl Beauty tonight, y'all. We're touching on matters that we normally ignore. Things that are in our lives that affect our relationships, that affect our jobs, that affect our success, that affect the way we see life because it didn't look the way we thought it was supposed to look. It didn't come the way we thought it was supposed to come. So we're so busy going through life, talking about this, talking about that, worried about this, and worried about that. And we don't know that in this season right here, millionaires are born. If millionaires are born during a season like this, why can't I be one? Why can't I get my goals, meet my goals? Why can't I get my dream house right now? Why can't I get that car that I want? Why can't I open up that business? You can't because you don't want it. Because you didn't see it when it came right before you. You were so busy judging. You were so busy thinking that it was supposed to look a certain kind of way. You were so busy doing all that that you didn't see what God put in front of you. And so tonight we're touching on these things, ladies, because it's time for us to open up our eyes and see clearly. It's time for us to be able to recognize what's in front of us and really realize that this is 2021. And things don't look like they did in 1985. They don't look like they did in 2000. The world has changed, y'all. And when the world changed, we must change. We must look at the way we do things. We have to change the way we do things. We have to do things a different way. And so tonight, we're talking about, are you ready? And when I say, are you ready? Are you prepared? What have you done to get prepared for your goals? What have you done to get prepared for your dreams? How have you initiated the beginning, and how are you prepared to see the finished end? Or have you done your research? What is it that you want? Do you really know what you want? Do you know what color it's supposed to be? Do you know how big it's supposed to be? Have you written it down, or is it just in your mind? Because I'm going to tell you something. We have to write it down. And we have to write it down and look in the mirror and repeat it to ourselves every day until it comes to existence. Are you ready? When you're ready, you will write that thing down. You know, sometimes, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like a fool. Let me tell you why I feel like a fool. I have a saying that I've been saying since 1993. 1993, y'all. And sometimes when I look in the mirror and I read that thing, I say, oh my God, Amanda, you need to stop reading this because it ain't came to pass yet. But I dare not. I dare not, because I believe in what God done told me. I believe in his word. I believe in what he showed me. I believe in what my dad prophesied to me. I believe in it so much that I can close my eyes and I can say, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action toward its attainment. I here and now promise to render such action. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some means of obtaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence. I have fully developed and fully recognized that I can do this because of the fact that I believe in others. I can have others believe in me. I know that I can do this because I speak it into existence every day. And I begin to speak that thing to myself until it becomes memorized in my mind. And nobody can change that. And even though it hasn't happened yet, there are certain parts of it that haven't happened. Some of it has came to existence. But it's this one little piece, y'all. It's this one little piece that I've been praying for a long time. It's this one little piece that I could see so clearly, but it ain't happened just yet. I got very, 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 very close to it. And I hit a wall. And let me tell y'all, when y'all hit that wall, you got to get back up. If you're really, really ready for this thing that you want, if you believe in it with not a shadow of doubt, if you believe in it, let me tell you something. You will continue to get back up, and you will look back in that mirror and you'll say, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action toward its attainment. And you will continue to say it again. I have said it with tears in my eyes because I was tired. I was like, Lord, is it ever going to come to pass? But there were times where I had to push myself. I had to smack myself in the face and get back up. And I had to say, Amanda, you got to keep going. Because let me tell you something. Preparation is everything. So y'all already know, whatever that little thing is that Amanda is waiting on, once she get it, guess what? She got it. Nobody can take it from me. Nobody can steal it from me. Nobody can deter me from it. Nobody can do that because this is something between me and God. I've been waiting on it for a long time. And guess what? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it because I have prepared for it. I'm ready for it because I've read about it. I'm ready for it because I've researched on it. I'm ready for it because I know what color I want it to be. I'm ready for it. I know how big I want it to be. I'm ready for it. I know how many seats it's supposed to be there. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it that I can see it when my eyes is closed. I can see it in my sleep. I can speak about it all day and all night. That's how ready I am for it. So when the opportunity comes, y'all, and that thing stands in front of my face, remember I asked you a question. If it stands in front of your face, will you even recognize it? You know why I know I'll recognize it? Because I take the time daily to read about it. I take the time daily to think about it. I take the time daily to go over, I review it, I assess it, I evaluate it. There are times where I look at it and I say, okay, I need to change this up. Or I might not need to make it that big. I need to make it a little smaller. Or I might only need 5 instead of 4. I might need it to be purple instead of blue. I evaluate it every day. And when you begin to want something so bad, and you believe in it so bad, let me tell you, you will never stop. It's going to be on your mind. And you're going to recognize it when that opportunity stands in front of you. And so tonight, I asked you that question because I want to leave that on your mind tonight. I want you to know and believe that it's still here. It's possible. And it will always be possible as long as you continue to believe. And not just believe, but work for it. Put into it, research, evaluate, continue to do that even when you doubt yourself, because we're human beings, y'all. And we're going to doubt ourselves sometimes. The mind is going to play tricks on us sometimes. People are going to whisper in your ear and tell you it's not possible. So these games are going to be played in your mind. The mind is a terrible thing sometimes. But guess what? When you believe in it so much, you're never going to stop until you get it. And it's going to come to pass. I can assure you that. So now, my next question is, are you prepared to push the green light? So I say that to say this. If you had everything that you needed to move forward with what you want, would you be prepared to push the green light? In other words, have you put yourself in a position? Have you cleared out all the problems? Have you moved all the negativity out your way? Have you changed your attitude? Uniquia said, I'm ready. Are you ready, Uniquia? Have you changed your attitude? Have you changed the way you view that thing? If you've researched and you've prepared and you've done everything that you're supposed to do, then you should be ready when the opportunity comes. You should be ready to push the green light. You shouldn't have to go to the store and buy this. You shouldn't have to call Bob and say that. You shouldn't have to say, Mom, can you help me with this? Because you have prepared for this thing for a long time. And it's finally here. And you recognized it. Because we just talked about that. Would you recognize it? So we're here now. You recognized it. And once you recognize it, are you prepared to push the green light? You went through the red light. The light was yellow. And you went through the red light. And so then the light turned green. The light turned yellow. And you was at a standstill. You couldn't move. You didn't know whether you was going right, left. The storm came and you was just here for a while. You found yourself in that same position for over 5 years. 6 years went by, 7 years went by, and you still didn't see no movement. But then that light, that opportunity came, and the light turned green. Were you ready? Are you ready to push that green light and go? That means you got everything in place, because during the storm, during the pandemic, when you were stuck in the house, when you didn't go out, when everything was shut down, you should have been preparing. You should have been preparing for your opportunity. Uniquia, I'm going to let Uniquia in, you guys, and see if she has something to add to this topic. Uniquia? Hello. You're upside down.
Where's my...
Okay, there you go.
I didn't know if you were going to let me in or not.
Okay,
Lady.
well, I'm the host tonight, so I didn't know.
You're the special guest host. Ladies, we are in rare form here tonight. I am joining you in on Chitter Chatter. I am aligned Miss
Have a
Amanda to
little
host
sip,
you guys
ladies.
tonight.
Have a little sip.
Okay. I actually don't have my cup right now. I got to get back to where I'm going before I can do that. But, ladies, I hope you are so in tune to this message here tonight. My mom is really tapping out. First things first, Miss Amanda. My name is Uniquia on the live. She's been calling me Niqua all night. That is not my name. My name is Uniqua, ladies and gentlemen, here on Chitter Chatter. I'm so thankful that you guys are here for this topic. This is the best person to get you prepared because I am so bad when it comes to preparation and getting ready for things, but getting ready is something that you always have to do. Hello to everyone on live. Thank you to everyone that's tuning in. If you're here, tell a friend to tell a friend. It is Chitter time. I know you ladies missed that, Miss Amanda. She got to get into it. It's Chitter time. I'm so glad that you ladies are here and tuned in. And as you know, I, of course, have a great poem here for you tonight, but I want you ladies to know this topic that we are speaking on is so deep, and it is so important for our community because we need to learn to get ready. Sometimes opportunities present themselves and we're just not ready, and we're so unprepared that we don't recognize them when they come. And speaking of that, there's a little saying that actually Mr. Bobby always says to me. He happens to be online. Thank you for tuning in tonight while my mom is online. But if you stay ready, you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
get ready. And
That's
that
right.
and that's easier said than done. So many people want to tell you if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But I'm gonna tell you, and there's a poem that I have in Living in Truth, Volume 1, which is available right now. The lack of preparation is what's killing the nation. Everyone hates the plan, but most dwell in procrastination. I'm not gonna go too deep into that because that's a whole nother poem. But preparation is key, ladies.
I like that poem. I thought you was going to say it tonight.
No, I have a different poem for the ladies
Okay.
tonight. That
Okay.
that poem, and I actually thought to do it like 5 minutes before I
I
jumped
thought you
into
was
it.
going to do preparation, but go ahead.
I established 2 seconds ago that I wasn't, that I'm doing something else.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. But ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to come in real raunchy tonight just to show Miss Amanda how she comes in to our lives. This is Chitter Chatter, so I
Oh
ain't coming all
gosh.
loud and all of that, ladies. But I just
I
wanted you
don't come in no show loud, boo, because I'm a classy woman.
a classy, loud woman.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is, ladies, when you
Let's
when you
take a little sip to that, ladies.
go ahead and take you a little, okay, go ahead and take you a little sip. Go ahead and take you to sip. I'm all here in tune for that, ladies. We did not mix our drink tonight. However, me tuned in back at the home when I get back to there. We are drinking Taylor Port tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a wine night. Miss Amanda is hosting, so it has to be light. But the poem I have for you, ladies, tonight is called "Are You Ready?" Are
Mm,
you ready?
mm,
If you received what you wanted right now, what would you do? If
mm.
the opportunity presented itself, would you be ready to make your dreams come true? Do you have all you need right now to get where you want to go? Why aren't you getting ready? For those of you whose answer is no. So many of us want what we want, but we fail to go and get it. So stuck where we are, we don't fight, and we're not willing to risk it. We see what others are doing, and we think we can do it too. Never mind what they had to go through or the plans they drew and pursued. If you stay ready, you didn't have to get ready. That's a little saying they like to say. What's stopping you from getting ready? Stop standing in your own way. Get ready right now for whatever it is that you want. So when the opportunity presents itself, all you have to do is stunt. Truth be told. And ladies and gentlemen,
Mm.
that is a snippet of the poem Get Ready. And I chose those specific topics in the poem to touch on just because those are the things we need to tap on. We are so quick to see what somebody else is doing and think that we can do it too. We are so quick to just decide that this is what we want to do and put no effort forward into getting it done. Like me. I'll tell you, yesterday I began the application to me getting into grad school. I have been speaking about getting into grad school since I graduated from undergrad school, which was
Mm-hmm.
almost 6 years ago. So what was stopping me from starting that journey? Absolutely nothing. I literally went on the website, started my application, then boom, it started. There is nothing stopping you from handling whatever dream it is that you have except you. There is nothing hindering you from beginning the preparation process except for you. If you're willing to do what you need to do to start the preparation, the opportunity will present itself. And if you're prepared, and if you're doing what you need to do, and if you're in the right atmosphere for these things to happen, you'll be more than ready when they present themselves. Stop thinking that you have to do this and do that to get ready. Stop thinking that you have 10 million things you need to do before you're
Let
ready.
me say something in that note.
Wait 1 second, Miss
No,
Amanda.
no, 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 no.
Because you about to take over. I'm about to exit out.
No, let me hold that
I'm gonna
thought.
go back into it. Because don't try to piggyback off what I'm saying. This is, ladies and gentlemen, on Chitter.
Go ahead, Uniquia.
One of the things that we are working on, when I say we, I mean me. I'm working on interrupting. Because it's a little note I keep getting. I interrupt, and you don't let people say, Miss Amanda, you remember what you told me to do?
You do.
Write that down and save it for later. Sometimes you have to write down your notes and save them for later. We are in a time and day where there's so many things happening. Everybody wants to do everything, especially when it comes to women. Everybody wants to do wigs. Everybody wants to be a lash tech. Everybody wants to do makeup. Everybody wants to have a boutique. Everybody wants to be a model. Everybody wants to do everything that everyone is doing with the failure to consider what it takes to get there. You don't just decide that you want to be a lash tech tomorrow and then boom, you're doing lashes. No, ma'am. You got to go through the schooling. You got to take your time and figure out how to put those lashes on. You got to take time to build your clientele. So many of us want what we want, and when it doesn't happen like that overnight, we're on to the next thing. You wonder why you look up and you don't have a steady position. You don't have a steady job. You don't have a steady income. It's because you can't stick to nothing. You're not willing to do what you need to do to get where you need to go. You're not willing to put into the work to get where you need to. You're not ready. You're not ready for the dream. I had an opportunity present itself to me a few weeks ago, and I felt like I missed an opportunity because it didn't work out in my favor. But all in actuality, I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have the building blocks in place to hold that building up. Building is key word. So if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you want what you want, but you're not even ready for it. So many women want to get married, but don't know how to cook and clean and take care of a household. So many women want a good man, but they're not a good woman. So many women want to have kids, but they don't know they don't know how to take care of themselves. How you going to take care of somebody else? There are so many things in the world that we want that if we're not willing to get ready for them, if we happen to get them, we'll mishandle them. If we happen to get them, we'll lose them. You have to be willing to do the work to get what you need to go. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit out, and I'm going to let Miss Amanda finish on up with you ladies.
You don't have to exit out. I
do have to exit out. I'm going to come back in.
No, I have a question for you. Because you said an opportunity came to you and you wasn't ready.
Don't ask me what it is.
I'm not going to ask you what it is, but I want to know what stopped you from being ready, because we talk about preparation all the time. And this is not a question for me. This is a question for the people. By the way, hello, Cousin Shirley. Hello, Gary. Hello, all of you who are tuning in. Take a moment to share. Take a moment to like. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you. We're talking about, are you ready? Oftentimes, I'm eating some candy, y'all. I'm a candy eater. I'm from 6th Street in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and all I did was eat candy as a kid. But anyway, I still eat candy.
It's the very first live we've seen you eating candy, so don't.
No, I eat candy on all my lives.
No, you
Thank
don't.
You very much.
No, you do not.
Thank you very much. So anyway, what I wanted to know, Uniquia, is what was it? And you are pretty dark tonight on my live now.
First of all, pause. I'm never darker than I need to be. Black is beautiful, young ladies. I'm in the dark.
About your background.
I know that, but I'm just letting you know. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Anyway,
we're stepping out of that.
Anyway,
normally when you come in,
she's only talking like this, y'all, because we on Chitter Chat.
Normally when you come in, the background is so black, we can't even see you. So that's why
she's talking like that. But this is
you gotta cut the car light on for us to see you when you come in.
So anyway, listen, Uniquia, seriously, what was it that you can identify? I'm sure you can identify. Why weren't you ready when the opportunity came?
Well, the opportunity for me was, as far as my business was concerned, there are a lot of things that I've been speaking about doing and preparing, and I just didn't have it in line. And anyone that's been watching, chitter chatter or been in tune what I've been doing, they can kind of understand what I'm saying, because I'll say it. It was the model aerobics. I was trying to acquire a specific building so that I could host my model aerobics in the building. And then the location that I had secured fell through like the week before I was supposed to get it. And what I'm gonna say, the reason why I said I wasn't ready for it was because as far as model aerobics were going together, I was still in preparation as far as putting together my routine. I still hadn't really advertised for it. I hadn't even really worked through the routine for me, because before you can teach a routine to somebody else, you got to be sure that you can last.
Okay, now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it clearly because I know how long you have been working on that. So
Miss Amanda, but whoa.
Wait a minute. No. I'm trying to say, I know how long you were working on that, so I'm really, really shocked. But I'm going to go on to another. I'm going to go on.
I wasn't finished answering the last question.
Go ahead.
Exactly. That's what. And then let me tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why I don't tell my mom nothing. Because I know you've been working on that for a long time. Why weren't you finished? Because I wasn't. Like that, and that's just it.
Uniquia, can you finish?
Miss Amanda. Anyway, because I wasn't. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are on your journey to prepare things and get things ready, this is why I always speak to you about personal journeys. You can't be worried about what somebody else is saying you should have, could have, would have been done, had. Because if that's what you're going on, you'll never be ready. Because you'll always feel like you don't have things in line, and you're not ready to get where you need to go. Because according to someone else's timeline, you weren't ready. The question that she asked me was why and what prevented me from being ready when I was trying to answer before she jumped into something else. I was not ready for the opportunity because I did not have all my steps and plans put together to complete exactly what I needed to complete. What I did not say, and what she fails to realize, one thing about me, I'm a show up and show out type of person. Had I had acquired the building when I was supposed to get it and had everything, one thing about it, came time for model aerobics, it would have been ready. I would have put something together and made something happen. That is what I'm trying to step away from in this day and age. I no longer want to show up and show out. I want to put together a plan and follow the plan that I have put together when I'm doing anything. I want to always have I have been showing up and showing out for 30 years, and I've seen the progress and the amazing things that I've made happen just showing up and showing out. So I asked myself, imagine how great I could be. Imagine how much better these things and events and things I'm putting together would be if I took the time to prepare for them. If I took the time to get ready for these things when they're coming up, instead of just waiting for them to show up and then just acting on it. That is why I said I was not ready. It's not that I wouldn't make.
Okay, thank you, Uniquia. We appreciate you answering the question. I wanted to say to
don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more.
Uniquia, can you exit, please? Thank you. I wanted to say that to the people, I wanted to say that there comes a time where you have to. A reason why I really asked her that question, you have to push the button even when you're not ready. Even when all the pieces to the puzzle, Uniquia, you're real dark. That's why I was telling you to go out and come back in, because I can't see you. Even when all the pieces are not there, push the button. Sometimes I talk to people, well, I won't say sometimes, but I talk to people all the time who have goals and who have dreams, and they got the perfect project, the perfect idea, the perfect goals, but they want everything to be in place. But I wanted to share with you, there's always more. I go to work in my office, and at the end of the night, when I stop, I'm like, oh, I need to do this before I stop. I need to do that before I stop. I'm trying to get it all done because I think I can get it all done before a certain time, or before. It's always going to be something else I need to do. It's the same thing when you're preparing for your goals and when you're preparing for your dreams or whatever it might be. When you begin to prepare for stuff, Just push when you see the opportunity comes, and even when you're not ready, push the green light. And that's why I said to you early, are you ready when you have identified the opportunity and then it's right there in front of you, will you be ready to push the green light? Even when you're not all the way together, even when all the pieces are together, push the green light. Go, y'all. Go, because if you don't ever start, you'll be always sitting back planning and preparing. If you have put in that time, and only you know how much time you've put in it, you know if you're really ready or if you're really not ready. But if you've put in the time, you've done your research, and maybe you was waiting on a little more money. Maybe you was waiting on the right facility. Maybe you was waiting on it to be a certain size, a certain color, like I said. And maybe all the pieces weren't together yet, but some of the pieces are there. You got some of the pieces. You got enough to get started. Push the green light and go. You already had the red light. You already had to stop because this happened and that happened and you had to stop. And then the yellow light came and you got at a standstill because maybe you didn't have the money yet. Maybe all the pieces weren't there yet. You was just standing waiting. You was praying. You was hoping. You was researching. You was evaluating. You was putting all the pieces together, but you was at a yellow light. You couldn't move. You was at the same spot for so long. But then the opportunity stood in front of you. And you were scared. Because I'm going to tell y'all, sometimes we get in that comfort zone. And when that opportunity comes, you question it. You say, God, is that really the opportunity? Is that really it? Is it really time, Lord? Sometimes when God puts it together, he puts it together so good and so clear until we question it if it's really the right opportunity. Well, we've been waiting all along. We know it's the right opportunity. But because it came so good and so clear, we doubted it. And because all the pieces, we still wasn't ready. I don't know, y'all, if we'll ever be 100% ready. So that's why I challenged you with that question tonight. Are you ready? You may have some of it, but you just may not have all the pieces yet. But you got enough to go ahead and get started. So tonight I come to you and I'm going to give you a little call to action. If there is something that you're working on, if there's a plan or somewhere you're trying to go and maybe you're stuck, maybe you don't know what to do next. I don't know if any of you were in our last webinar. We had a webinar last month and it was awesome. We had some people that we were able to help move forward to that next step. If that is you right now, where you are just a little unsure of what step to take next, make sure you go to blackgirlbeauty.org. www.blackgirlbeauty.org. Fill out the questionnaire. It asks for your name and your email address. And we will contact you and put you in our next webinar so that we can help you go to the next step. Cross over from the yellow light to the green light. Help you push that green light and go. Move forward. You've been staying still too long. It's time to move forward. Black Girl Beauty Foundation is all about helping colored women and girls. But if you're a colored man or a white man, I see Mr. Jimmy's on here. Mr. Jimmy's white man. Mr. Jimmy, you know, we help them all. We have no respect to person. Our ministry, we have a part of our ministry where we focus on colored women and girls. But Mr. Jimmy, you already know you can call us anytime and the door is always open for you. But I wanted to say, if you have those goals, I don't know if you started your ministry yet, Mr. Jimmy. You've talked about it, James. You've talked about it for a while. And so maybe you started, but if you have not pushed that button yet, if you're at that yellow light and you need to cross over and get to that green light, you need to join us. You need to join us in our next webinar next month. And if you tap in and go to www.blackgirlbeauty.org and submit your information, then you will be able to connect with us and we'll make sure you're in that next webinar. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Kiwanis, I still have your gift right on my desk. I have not shipped it out yet. I haven't shipped it because I really wanted to connect with you. I wanted to connect with you and see if we could get together, but that haven't happened yet because I've been out of town for 2 weeks. And I just got back actually in town, and Uniquia invited me to do her live tonight on her show. So I just filled in as a guest for her. But she was talking about her goals and her dreams, and we all know that you know, she's doing a lot and she's excited about it. I'm excited to help her, and I'm excited to or be a confidant for her, whether she wants me to be or not. I'm always here. But what I say is move forward, y'all. Move forward. Tell somebody about Chitter Chatter on Thursday nights. We talk about things that matter in our communities, things that we normally don't talk about, things that we ignore. We got to do better with being a vessel, being a helpmate, being available, being able to pick up the phone and call somebody. We all need somebody. We all need a mentor. You know, whether you're in the beauty industry, whether you're in a cleaning industry, I don't know what you all do, but a part of what I do is I coach small business owners, beauty professionals, and beauty students. So if you have a goal or if you have a dream, if there's something that you're trying to do and you are not ready, I can help you get ready. That's my goal, to help you meet your goals, to help you live the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Because oftentimes we want these goals, we have these goals, we have these dreams, we want these things. And then when we get them, we realize it's more work than what I thought it was. I don't want you to work like I used to work. When I was younger in the industry as an entrepreneur, I was a workaholic. I was in the business. I was up in my business at 7 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. I was still there in my business. I'm retired from behind the chair now. So my goal now is to help others, to help you open and build your business, create success fast, because you don't want to spend 20 years trying to figure it out. I'm here to help you make it easy. I want to make it easier for you. I want to help you avoid the ditches and the holes that I stepped in building my business over the years. So I want to help you create and build and live the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Because it's nothing like working in that business and you're working so hard and you're working all these long hours and you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor. You want to enjoy it, and I am the person to show you how to do that. I can help you put your plan together, put your business together, build that foundation. Learn more about me by visiting AmandaManigault.com or BlackGirlBeautyInc.com. But for now, we're on Chitter Chatter. If you want to learn more about Uniquia and the services that she provides, please go to IamUniquia.com. That's IamUniquia.com. If you have kids that are interested in learning how to become authors, kids that want to learn how to model, kids that want to learn how to act, kids that want to learn how to do poetry. If you have anybody that want to learn how to do, and she's doing model aerobics now. So people like me and you, we do our fitness hoops, and she's adding the model aerobics. People like me and you who are wanting to learn how to exercise and stay in shape, she teaches those classes, and we teach you how to fitness hoop. And I didn't do it Wednesday, but guess what? I'm going to be on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'm going to wake you up with the hoop tomorrow. So y'all be ready. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's 8:56. If you have any questions, hey, Beverly, thanks for joining us. Thanks again, Mr. Jimmy, for joining us. Thanks, Bobby, for joining us. Thanks, Kiwanis, for joining us. Thank you, Uniquia, for allowing me to come in on your show. If you are here tonight, Uniquia, okay, let me bring her back in so she can close out her show tonight. You hear me? Oh,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to close out, you guys, and say everyone have a great night and a great evening. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we will be the topic is shut it down. And the reason why I chose this topic is because I actually was watching a podcast about, well, not even a podcast. I was listening to the radio and they were speaking about a podcast with Joe Budden, where the young lady was speaking on how he offended her and how he really just made her feel so uncomfortable that she wanted to stop podcasting. And it just brought this topic to me. Shut it down, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, when it comes to us in business, when it comes to us in relationships, when it comes to us in every aspect of life, you have to know how to shut it down. There are so many situations that ladies encounter as far as business is concerned that if we just simply shut things down, it wouldn't go too far. There's no reason why you're sitting in an entire podcast with a man and you're uncomfortable. Ma'am, open your mouth and let him know that he made you feel uncomfortable. There are so many situations where women go along just to get along. Oh, I don't want to make the situation uncomfortable because I was afraid he was going to fire me. I didn't want to tell him I didn't want to go on a date with him because I was afraid he was going to do this, that, and the third. We have to be willing to shut things down regardless to what could, should, would happen. That is how ladies end up in so many situations that are over-sexualized. That is how we end up in so many situations that are detrimental to the woman and the message that we're trying to get across. We have to be willing to shut it down. That's how we end up in relationships with men, and we don't end up we end up in relationships with these men for 10, 20 years. We don't realize how we ended up. No. Shut it down, ladies. Let people know when you're uncomfortable. Let people know when the situation is not conducive for you. Let people know when you're not willing to do something that the job requires. Next week, ladies, we are speaking on shutting it down. Being okay with missing an opportunity that was not conducive to the woman that you're trying to be. Be okay with shutting down a situation that is not productive to the type of relationship that you want to have. Be willing to shut things down, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what we're going to be speaking on next week. Thank you, Miss Amanda, for joining us here on Chitter Chatter. We're
thank
not
you for
sure
having
about
me.
how many more episodes we're going to have you hosting, but thank you for coming on.
Wait. Say that again.
You gave us some great, valuable information. Ladies, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. This woman on top is the motivation to stay ready. This lady on top is the motivation to get ready. Any type of help that you need as far as getting your life in order and getting things together, this is the woman that you need to tap into. So she's already told you about our coaching classes and everything that you need to do. Just tap into our website. And thank you, ladies.
Thank you, guys.
Chitter. We discuss what matters when Black girls. Chitter.
We're going to have a toast to that, ladies.
Definitely. Go ahead and toast out, Miss Amanda. I do not have my drink. You ladies have a great night. It has
have
been
a blessed
a plum
night
pleasing
and
pleasure.
a blessed week. And thank you all for joining.